Oh, snappers! Today is the big day, my friends. The Wall of Flesh is the next boss coming up. However, before then, there are a few things I want to get done in my world, chief among which is finally making that potion ingredients growing area building I was talking about previously. But before we do anything, I think the first thing I want to do is go ahead and take down the Tier 1 Old Ones army. As you can see, I now have my informational accessories inside of my Void Vault, and also my buff potions as well. Now, before we go too crazy against the Tier 1 Old Ones army, I have just realized I put away my sentry weapons that I bought previously. So let me just go ahead and grab those bad boys back out. We've got Fabled on both of them, of course, which is super nice. So let's grab this out. Let's grab this out. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I think the time has come. So welcome back, my friends, to another episode here of the Terraria Master Summoner playthrough. I do hope you folks are having a fantastic day. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to all of you folks for supporting these episodes and indeed the series. I really appreciate it a ton, folks. So, of course, because this is only Tier 1, the boss wave on Wave 5 will only be the Dark Mage. So, yeah, this thing shouldn't go getting too crazy, but hey-ho, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So let's go ahead and skip ahead to the next wave. I'm so glad they added that functionality with 1.4.4, being able to skip the timer for the Old Ones army. So, yeah, keep it on going. Already a third of the way through the wave. I mean, all of our gear, it's just absolutely tearing these guys apart with absolutely no sign of breaking a sweat. Dude, this is easy as hell. It's like almost insultingly easy at this point. Right, let's have ourselves another explosive trap and another one even still. And then I'm thinking maybe another lightning bit on the left-hand side here. So, here we go. Right, I did just see some flying dudes, so we do have to start being careful of those bad boys. With that said, though, once again, we're just absolutely tearing these guys a new one. They haven't even gotten remotely close to my crystal so far. Oh my word, this is so easy, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, the final wave already. There's only 5 waves with the Tier 1 Old Ones army, so, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. This has just been ridiculously easy. It's an absolute freaking joke. Oh, all right, come on. So, yeah, those guys are out of the game. The Dark Mage, I think, is on the right-hand side here. I mean, of course he is. He wasn't on the left, so here we go. Boom! And that is all she wrote. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a flawless Old Ones army. I mean, yeah, that was easy as hell, dude. Like, seriously. Easy as heck. Look at this. We've got ourselves a war table so we can increase our max number of sentries. That's going to be super useful for us as a summoner. We also have the Apprentice's Scarf, which increases the max number of sentries by another 1. So if we really wanted to, we could go ahead and have ourselves 3 sentries being able to be placed down. That, my friends, is kinda gnarly. So what do we think in terms of using these things as bog standard sentry weapons? Which one should we go for? The explosive trap rod or the aura rod? Oh, I don't like, man. An aura that repeatedly zaps enemies that go inside. Aura damage penetrates enemy defense. Hits quickly at the expense of 50% tag damage. Ouch. That's a heck of a trade-off, isn't it, right there? But because this thing is fabled and therefore has some decent buffs on it, maybe this thing is kind of nuts. I don't know. All I do know is that the war table here is now going to become part of our arena buffs set. Oh, yeah. I'm also supposed to be making a big old boss arena in the snow biome, eh? Could I squeeze that into today's episode as well? Or do we think we could do that in hard mode and simultaneously farm out a bunch of hard mode ice-related dudes some of which might drop some cool hard mode stuff. You know? I don't know, man. So what do we think, my friends? Is it time to channel our inner loot goblin again? I think it might be if we grab ourselves a water working potion. That way, we won't fall into the lava. We'll simply skim across the top of it. With that said, though, might it still be an idea for us to have ourselves an obsidian skin potion? Yeah, I would say so. And then I think one other thing we need to try and do is grab ourselves a whole bunch more obsidian. Only while we're down in the underworld, it'll probably be in our best interest to try and grab ourselves a bunch of hellstone. We need ourselves a molten pickaxe at the end of the day so we can start mining out hard mode ores. So, yeah. Plenty of stuff to be done, folks. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Buff ourselves up, start grabbing ourselves hellstone, and also, let's not forget, start raiding some of these bad boys. Yeah, oh, look at that, meteorite bars. So yeah, we're just gonna do pretty much anything and everything while we're down here to maximize our productivity. We're gonna grab hellstone wherever it presents itself to us, nice and easy like. And, of course, we're going to go house to house. We're going to be making some house calls in the hopes that there might be some shadow chests. That sounds really bad when I say it like that. Sounds like I'm just purposely going around robbing people's houses. Oh, dear. In terms of how much hellstone we actually need, it shouldn't be a great deal, right? The imp staff, yes, that will definitely be nice to have. Oh, the lava bug net, though. Okay, so, the molten pickaxe, the lava bug net, the imp staff. What else are we thinking on top of that? Or do we think those three will do the job? I hope so. I really do. Oh, look at this. It's a double whammy of shadow chests here, folks. A little bit of a hellstone top-up as well, adjacent to the house. Nice and safe. Got ourselves a Sun Fury at a whopping 71 melee damage, I think I saw there. And a good old Dark Lance. I mean, as nice as all of this loot is, in terms of us as a summoner, yeah, we can't use any of it because we are limited strictly to summon weapons, of course. Ah, you sneaky son of a gun there, Terraria. You really think I'm going to miss this little shadow chest up here, huh? Wow. This game's trying to hide things from me now. Oh, hey, our first coin portal of the series. It's taken this long to get our first coin portal? Alright, shadow chest number 5 has a mystic flower of fire. I think the best thing about raiding the underworld is the fact that the little pot things, the vases, they give you so much good stuff. I think they're criminally underrated. I mean, look at the amount of obsidian skin potions I've managed to get. I mean, look at the amount of potions in general I've managed to get. A heck of a bleeding lot, isn't it? Very good. All right, we're going to sell another one of these bad boys. Halloween bow. It's kind of a shame that there's still no summon weapon that you can get from shadow chests. I mean, to my knowledge, anyway. I mean, who knows? There might have been one secretly added with 1.4.5, but so far as I can tell from all of the videos I've seen on this update so far, I don't think it's the case. It does seem to just be the imp staff, doesn't it? Which kind of sucks, I won't lie. I wouldn't have minded them adding a little bit of summon-related loot to the underworld, but ah, well, it is what it is. This class definitely did get a good amount of love in this update, so again, I can't complain too much, eh? Cascade just obtained. Okay. And here we are approaching the outer reaches of the right-hand side of the world. Also, our first water walking potion is getting a little bit on the low side. I mean, I know I've got a few back at base, but in terms of on me, I don't know. Maybe there's one or two to be had from in here? Oh yeah, there is actually. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. And there we are, the very far reaches of the world. I think what we're going to do... I mean, would it just make more sense to just TP back to base and then just fall down the elevator again? Oh, do you know what I should have done? I should have done a little bit of that. There we go. That's cleaned up my inventory a bit. Alrighty, left-hand side of the Underworld. Let's do this thing. Oh, hello there, little imp dude. Thank you for paying me a visit. Oh, look at that. Rewarded with a good old little coin portal. And another chest, another dark lands, whole bunch of potions, whole bunch of imp dudes, whole bunch of lava slimes, which I would argue are the most annoying kind of slime in this entire game. I hate them. And yeah, a bunch more faces as well. Look at all the cash we're getting though. Shadow chest number 11, is it? All right, let's see what we get. Wow, that's a really weak chest in terms of loot. Only 2 slots filled? What the heck? I feel like I've been shortchanged there. I want a refund. And that, my friends, I believe is the last of the Underworld houses. So now it's just the bog standard Underworld. Yeah, coming across all the sort of grassland area. Not that I think you can actually call this a grassland area. More like a hell forest, hellscape of helliness. My gosh, my descriptive abilities over the years. I honestly think they've just gotten worse and worse. Oh, dear, oh dear. Anyway, we're almost done with the Underworld raiding. There's still a good amount more to be done in terms of preparing for the Wall of Flesh, definitely. But anyways, check it out. An abundance of epic loot. I mean, look at this. We've got battle potions, even life force potions. Holy crap, that's pretty high end, isn't it? That's not bad at all. So with the Underworld explored and the shadow chests raided and a whole bunch of loot gathered and sold, so we now have quite a lot of cash, which is quite nice to see, I must say. It is time to get on with some building. The calm before the storm, as it were. So yeah, let's go ahead and do one little final pass of harvesting of this here day bloom. Yeah, a good amount of that, isn't there? Yeah, we're gonna start doing this thing. We're gonna start off with the potion ingredients growing area, and I think I'm gonna put it on the left-hand side here, so this sort of central area, which, by the way, is exactly world spawn. It'll make it feel more like a little spawn town. A diamond toilet? Really? I did not know you could get diamond toilets. Do you know what? I think that's a hell of a brag and a hell of a show-offy item, right? So, for that reason specifically, I'm going to go ahead and make it. Oh, this is so dumb. The reason I'm doing this is so I can grab myself some poo, and then we're going to make ourselves some fertilizer, because if we're going to do this whole try to make a town thing, we're going to try and do it right. So we're going to get ourselves a bunch of fertilizer, grow a bunch of trees, and make the buildings around them. So let's grab ourselves out an acorn or 2. Maybe we can go ahead and grow this thing. I don't think we can because of this right here. Let me just try that again. Boom. Yeah. All right. Very nice. Right. Can I get this thing placed back down? Yes, I can. Very good. And yeah, that just sort of ties up this area quite nicely, doesn't it? So let's go and do the same over this side. A little bit of that. There we are. Very good. And I'm thinking we get on with our potion ingredients growing build right here. Let's do this thing. So we're not going for anything too crazy with our potion ingredients growing build of epicness. We're just going for something functional more than anything. I mean, all it needs to do is grow potion ingredients. And that is it. I mean, it really doesn't need explaining more than that. So, let's get this thing sprung up and done, shall we? I think what we're going to do is also move our potion, brewing area itself over here. So let's go ahead and get that slap bang in the middle here. And yeah, I think this is going to look pretty good once it's done. Alrighty, my friends, in terms of the actual structure of this build, I think we've got something that looks pretty good using the brand new office blocks. And this time we're able to do the whole structure with office blocks, as opposed to this weird double-pointed building over here where I ran out and wound up using 2 different things. But anyways, yeah, we've got ourselves something that looks like this. And the next thing I'd like to do is pick up this fallen star. But then the next thing I want to do is go ahead and hand grow a wee little forest up here. So, yeah, something like, yeah. All right, yeah, okay, that's looking pretty good so far. Just got to shave off a couple bits of some of the trees here just so I can make the other ones come into play. There we are. And, wait, why can't this one grow? What's going on? Oh, I think it's this bit here. Oh, look at that. Yet another acorn slingshot. Yeah, there we are. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Alright, so all we need to do now is get ourselves the background walls in, get ourselves some potion ingredients planted, and then this build can be called complete. Alright, my friends, so with the build completed, I am now going through and repurposing a whole bunch of chests. For example, this one over here can be health, mana, recall potions and stuff along those lines. We've got a whole bunch of restoration potions here, which might actually be quite useful to us. On the left-hand side here, we're going to have ourselves a chest for foliage and seeds. And then, of course, closer to the center, we've got ourselves potion ingredients. And then the food and buffs stuffs that we have going on as well. So, yeah, I think we've got ourselves a pretty good-looking build here, folks. So, in terms of how we're going to distribute our seeds, definitely some potion ingredients have a higher prioritization than others. For example, Daybloom, definitely up there. Deathweed, definitely up there. And then I'm also thinking potentially Moonglow. So I'm thinking 2 banks for each of these, and then 1 bank for the remainder. So let's start off with the Daybloom. I'll tell you what, let's just do like 1 long row for the higher priority stuff. So I think that's a better way to go. I just killed something. I'm a terrible person. Right, so now it is the Daybloom. Wait, hang on. Okay, my memory is striking again, isn't it? We've already done Daybloom. Oh, I'm such a moron sometimes. Then it's going to be 1 bank for Shiverthorn, 1 bank for Fire Blossom. Need ourselves some more of those bad boys. And same with the Blinky Plant, and same with the Water Leaf. Eventually, we'll have this thing entirely full up. And then, yeah, all will be well. For now, though, let's go and put everything away. And now we can just bask in the magnificence of our brand new build here. Oh, it's pretty good though, isn't it? I quite like how it looks. To make this feel more like a town, I think some more of these fences are in order to sort of connect the builds together, as it were. So, yep, there we are. Something like that. And to really tie off this area, bang on World Spawn, we have ourselves a bewitching table, because I just feel like it makes sense. So the question is, do we want to get on with our NPC hotel now, or do we want to get on with Wall of Flesh preparations now? Both of which need to be done ideally before the Wall of Flesh. Ooh. I'll tell you what, to take a break from building, let's go ahead down to the Underworld and let's see about doing some Wall of Flesh prep, eh? How about this for being incredibly buffed up against the Wall of Flesh, huh? 12 different buff potions. I mean, that might actually be overpowered, but we'll see, I guess. I always feel like I go into the Wall of Flesh fight super confident and then die and then feel like a colossal doofus brain. So, yeah, maybe going into this thing overpowered is the way to go. For the most part, our Wall of Flesh preparations will consist of us sort of breaking down these houses a little bit so they don't, you know, get in the way. That is the last thing you want in a Wall of Flesh fight, isn't it? To have houses and terrain get in the way. So yeah, let's slowly go through and destroy some of these houses. Just to the point where they're, you know, not in our way. And same with any sort of sticky out bits of terrain that might get in our way as well. We want to make sure we're getting rid of those. I mean, yeah, look at this area here, for example. It gets a little bit sort of close quarters, doesn't it? So by us opening this up just a little bit more, there's a lesser chance of us getting stuck here. So check out this ginormous house. This would definitely be a pain point when it comes to a Wall of Flesh battle, my friends. So once again, breaking down some of the walls just so we're able to get through this building with ease. Oh, hey there, random demon scythe on the floor, which we can't use because we're a summoner and not a mage. Nice to see you. Alrighty, in terms of Wall of Flesh preparations, the right-hand side of the Underworld has pretty much entirely been taken care of. We've broken down walls in the various Underworld houses. I've smoothed out terrain to the point where hopefully we shouldn't ever get caught on them. So, I mean, actually, technically, we've done more than half the world, because there's halfway point there, but yeah, a elevator is slightly to the left. Oh, you know what I'm thinking, don't you? Do we do this thing? Do we give the Wall of Flesh a go? I kind of want to, I won't lie. Whether or not we're actually fully prepped enough to be able to do that is another matter. Am I nervous for the Wall of Flesh? Yeah, I think I'd be silly to not be nervous. But we've got 12 buffs, and that's not even including some of the other bits I've got going on. You know, the sentry buff and the bewitched buff and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think we're pretty well prepared for this. At least I hope we are. Otherwise, I'm about to make myself look like a ginormous freaking doofus brain on camera. But then again, what else is new there? Oh, wait, hang on. No. Just lost a whole bunch of health unnecessarily there. That was kind of silly. Maybe I should have put the obsidian skin potion, like, on ASAP. Like, as soon as I got down here. That probably would have been a good shout. I had the feral claws on because, you know, faster whip speed. It's going to be useful to my cause, right? So, yeah. Do you know what? I'm just going to say sod it. Obsidian skin potion activated. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, buffing ourselves up to the 9s. We'll get ourselves a couple of these bad boys just in preparation. And, yeah, my friends, our first Wall of Flesh attempt. Oh boy. Right, let's get rid of the mini-map. Let's make sure we can actually see what we're doing. Okay, the lasers. All over the freaking shop. All right, we've got bats. Don't really want to be getting on the wrong side of any sort of regular mobs here. We want to be focusing all our might on the Wall of Flesh itself. We have 4 minions on us. And, yep, as you can see, starting to do some damage. And with the Life Force Potion, we have a whopping 480 health to our name. Oh, I don't know, man. My heart is racing right now. I won't lie to you folks. It actually is racing. If I could do this first time on Master Mode, just as a summoner, I'm going to be feeling pretty damn good about myself. And you know what? This is turning out to be an absolute freaking cakewalk. 2,000 health. 1,000 health. And that... What the hell? I didn't even break a sweat. I did not even break a sweat. What the hell? Bro, I didn't even make it to the houses on my left there. I mean, we were pretty close, but we didn't even make it. What the... Bro, that was literally a speed run Wall of Flesh takedown. I can't believe that. If that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. And would you look at that as well? We got ourselves a freaking summoner emblem. I mean, that's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. I can't believe we just did that. Not only a takedown, but an embarrassing takedown. Oh my word. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in hard mode.